You want to know how I know times are tough? It's not gas prices, it's not grocery prices, it's not rent. I went to the plasma donation center today to donate plasma, and it's just straight baddies there. Just straight baddies. They're not at the club. They're donating plasma. This is a bad sign.
You've reached your monthly limit of free nature. To keep experiencing nature, subscribe in our app.
I don't want to subscribe.
For only $7.99 a month, you can access Nature Premium, owned and operated by Meta.
Okay, fine. I'm subscribing.
Welcome to Nature Premium.
Now can I enjoy my walk?
This area is for Nature Premium Plus for only $29.99 a month.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to be checking out some rant videos about the economy and how everything is so expensive. I mean, we're all experiencing how expensive things are, like it's coming out of our pocket. So we're literally having to spend more than usual. Cost of living is just way out of people's league. A lot of people are even having to spend money that they don't have most of the time for normal basic needs, so it's getting really bad. We are going to be checking out this video, but before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
I'm 21 and I am paying almost $2,000 in rent, $300 in amenities, over $130 in Wi-Fi. I'm coming into a $260 fucking car payment. Oh yeah, and my phone bill is over $130 a month. Oh yeah, groceries. I just bought eggs, by the way. They're $12. Groceries. I don't even want to talk about over $500. Over $500 a month for. I live alone. One person. Dog food is fucking $200 a month. Oh, but Trump wants housing prices to go up, not down. He wants housing prices to go up. I don't know how. I do not know how I'm going to afford rent next month. I don't know if I'm going to have a home next month. Oh, but Trump wants to make the rich richer. He wants to keep the rich richer and make housing prices to go up. He wants to make it harder for the working class to survive. My credit score just dropped 80 points in the last week, and I've done nothing but pay my rent. Why are we going to work? Why are we paying taxes? What's the point? What is the point? What? We need to revolt. We need a fucking rebellion. What is this? What is this? What? Why are we still here? I'm tired.
The fact that people are freaking out over the rise in gas prices, I don't know, they went $1 or $2 higher in some areas. Y'all need to chill out, okay? Because President Trump has a plan. He has a plan to make things a whole lot fucking worse, so you better enjoy the now.
America has literally built a system where being poor is more expensive. And nobody talks about how backwards that is. Like, if you're already struggling, everything costs more. On a bill you couldn't afford? Well, now you owe more. Miss a payment because you were trying to juggle rent and groceries? Well, now your credit drops and you owe even more money. Overdraw your account by a few dollars? Well, now you owe $50. Like, this system punishes you for already being behind. We're always rewarding millionaires while the people that are struggling the most just simply end up paying the most money. But everybody still says, work harder, budget better. The reality right now is the economy is brutal. It is so hard to get ahead right now. How are you supposed to get ahead whenever you fall behind a little bit and the system just keeps pushing you back further and further? Everything is insane right now. Rent is at an all-time high. Groceries are so expensive. I don't understand how we're supposed to get ahead in this economy anymore. Don't get me wrong, budgeting does help. I literally have to budget with mine, or else I don't know where any of my money would be going. But it doesn't make up for the fact that the system is literally designed to fail us. So if you're struggling right now, you are not alone.
Not even gonna lie to y'all, man. There has never been a better time in recent American history to be irresponsible, full send it, and just live and die by fuck it. I mean, I'm so serious right now, bro. Because this country and the people running this motherfucker are so unserious right now, dog. I'm trying to tell you, I'm literally watching everything get lit on fire in ways that will be very, very, very hard to rebuild once this shit is all said and done with, man. Like, you turn on the news, you listen to these motherfuckers speak, you see how they moving, and you just like, what's the point? What's the fucking point? Fuck it. You want to quit that job and travel the world? Fuck it. Go right on ahead. Put that 2 weeks in right now. What about that business idea that has been rolling around the back of your mind for years now? Fuck it. Get started. Do whatever you got to do. Take out whatever loan, bro. That dream car you've been eyeing for God knows how long, that you trying to be responsible and earn. Fuck it. Buy that whip right now. Buy it right now. Fuck it. Why not? What's the use in waiting? What's the use in waiting? I'm serious. Like I said, there has never been a better time in recent American history to be woefully irresponsible than right the fuck now. Because why the fuck not? The president of the United States and his entire cabinet get to act like fucking morons, but we the little people gotta keep our head on straight? Nah, y'all gotta be fucked up. Fuck it.
I work in finance, and this is my honest prediction on what's going to happen in the next couple months. I believe by summertime, by May, June, you're going to really see the oil crunch happen. Okay, oil will be very, very expensive, probably all-time highs in the near term. Natural gas will also rise. Though diesel will also rise. It already has $5 a gallon, but it's going to get even worse. Things are going to get progressively worse as we get closer to summer because we start to consume more energy into the summer. Right? Then you're going to see everything else go up in price as well. It's going to be like quite a massive shock, honestly. Things will have to get repriced pretty quickly because everything else for the producer is also gotten expensive. Like core commodities, everything is going to go up, right? And then we're going to hit a deep recession because our economy can't handle that much of an energy spike in that short of time. You're going to see massive, massive recession by summertime, and then you're going to basically see mass layoffs by the end of summertime into Christmas, into like a holiday season, basically in time for midterms. It's going to be bad, guys. I mean, I'll be not to sugarcoat it, but it's going to be very, very bad. And because inflation will also start to become an issue, we're not going to get interest rate relief, which means we're not even going to get a lever that can help us get out of it in the near term. And then obviously Donald Trump is going to keep messing things up, so it's just going to progressively get worse. And this is not something he can fix in the short term. It's already happened, so now you can't band-aid something. It's just going to be a shockwave. Yeah, prepare for it. Keep a lot of cash on hand. I would say definitely start to reevaluate your stock investments, things like that. Just, if you have any, just be cautious. But it's about to be a bloodbath, and I would rather you be prepared for it than not,
I need to have a vent session for a second about the state of affairs in this country. So I have two adult children. One is 18 going on 19 and the other one is 21. My 18-year-old is working currently as an HVAC apprentice and working on getting certified, but he's making $16 an hour, which I live in a small to mid-sized Missouri town, so that's pretty typical around here. Wages are, low compared to a lot of places, but so is the cost of living. But he would also not like to be living at home with mom forever. He's more of like an independent, autonomous person, so apartment living is not for him at all. He wants a place where he can have his truck and his dirt bikes and be able to work on motors and have the freedom to do what he wants with the place and also be able to have all of his stuff. And at this point, honestly, renting a house would cost more than a mortgage payment anyway, but he's been looking for houses and just trying to figure out what he can afford and what he can do. And he found this place that was only $125,000, which is dirt cheap around here. That just doesn't exist anymore, but it had no basement. It was on a slab foundation, I think, and probably needed some work, which he is naturally talented at that stuff. He works in HVAC. He's very mechanically inclined. He can do this stuff. So he's not afraid of a fixer-upper. Found out that the main reason it was priced so cheap is because it was in a flood zone. So it was a no anyway. But keep in mind, $125,000 house in this economy. And when we looked up to see if he did a 5% down payment on this thing with, your insurance and PMI and taxes and everything, his payment would still be $1,100 a month for a cheap piece of crap house. And just the look of absolute dread on his face when he realized how completely unaffordable and unattainable it is for him to be able to buy a house and live on his own. Now, my oldest son just turned 21. He's been waiting to turn 21 because he wants to get into the cannabis industry. And it's just like the alcohol industry where if you want to be a brewer or a bartender, you have to be 21 in order to do it. So this past week, Thursday, he interviewed for a job with a grower. And just a couple of days ago, he was offered the position and officially accepted it. And in that time, less than a week, we decided to start a war with Iran. And so when he interviewed for the job, gas prices were around $2.50 a gallon where I'm at, and now they are already at $3 a gallon and climbing. So just in the time between when he interviewed for this job and when he accepted this job, gas prices have gone up 50 cents a gallon, and they're not done climbing yet. And this is an issue because this job, there's a lot of dispensaries here in town where if he had, ended up there, he'd probably be a little bit better off. But this was the job opening that was available at the time for him to get into the industry. And it is a farm, which is 30 miles up the interstate from where we live. So now he is going to be driving one way to work 30 miles at a time when gas prices are going through the roof, because we decided it was a good idea to start a completely unwarranted, unjustified, and unnecessary war with Iran. And I'm now sitting here thinking about my own situation, where my own currently hourly wage is, and considering if I was their age, if I was just starting out. So thinking about buying the same house that I live in right now at its current value, at current interest rates, with the same percent down payment that I paid for this house back in 2017. And I realized that my payment would be double what it currently is. And I, as a 40-year-old woman who has been working for 24 years of my life, could not afford this place on my own. Like at 40 years old, I would need a roommate in order to live in this very modest, like 1,300 square foot, 1968 ranch style home. Like it's not a fancy house by any stretch. It's what most people would consider to be essentially a starter home by today's standards. And I could not afford it on my own on my current wages. So my question is, how the hell are we expecting these young kids to do it? Like for someone to start out, even in my area, in like rural Missouri, they would have to make $30 an hour in order to be earning a living wage, in order to live on their own and support themselves without the help of a spouse or a roommate, just for a single person to live and make it on their own, to be able to afford a vehicle payment, vehicle insurance, a mortgage or rent payment, and all of the utilities and groceries and cell phone bills and stuff that go along with just living your life. That's no fun stuff. It's just to live. They would need to make $30 an hour. Meanwhile, we have a government that is more interested in starting wars and harassing other countries and harassing immigrants that are living in this country than they are with their own people, than they are with helping the working class in any way, shape, or form with any kind of meaningful legislation or reform. We have a do-nothing Congress that is sitting on their hands and doing absolutely nothing to help any of the working class people. I'm mad about it for myself, but I'm even more mad about it for my children. Something needs to change. Something's got to give. And frankly, at the midterms, like it would be great if the Democrats are able to take over, because at least they'll do something to stop the nonsense that is happening in the executive branch that is going on unchecked. But are they going to do anything to actually help the working class people? At the end of the day, even the Democrats are doing the absolute bare minimum to be able to claim that they are for the working class, because they, right along with the Republicans, are taking money from wealthy campaign donors, and any policy, any legislation that they pass ultimately is going to help them and not us. So where does this end? How far does this go before we, the people, cannot afford to live no matter what age we are?
Child, Walmart then issued an economic warning, honey. And you know when Walmart warning the girls, we in trouble, honey. They said they see Americans trading down. Not that kind of trade. Get your mind out of the gutter. So essentially they're saying that they're seeing their primary customer base, which are people that make less than $50,000, trade down. Meaning that they're spending their money less, they're being more stretched out, and they're sacrificing the things that they shop for and spend their money on, which is not typical. Right now, their biggest customer base are Americans who make over $100,000 in their household, which is not their typical base. That means that the girls are broke. So make sure y'all saving y'all coins, get y'all things in order, because we are in for some tough times.
The U.S. Treasury just announced that the U.S. is insolvent. We are broke. They're going to use very specific terms. They're going to say our assets don't match our obligations, right? And that literally means the money we make as a country, assets, don't meet our bills, our obligations. We can't pay our bills. And they've actually said it. And this is literally because the United States refuses to tax the rich an appropriate amount, and we're spending too much on our military. Had we reduced our military spending and taxed the rich, we wouldn't be in this situation. And people are going to say, we are taxing the rich. Not enough. Not enough. The rich people are too rich in this country. There were patriotic millionaires that came out and said, a bunch of them came out and said, you need to tax us more because we are not getting taxed enough. We have money hand over fist. If you took more money out of our pockets, it wouldn't even affect our personal day to day. It's just sitting in our bank accounts, doing nothing. But the other millionaires and the politicians all said, no, 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 we're not going to do that. Even though millionaires came out, you can look them up, patriotic millionaires, and said rich people aren't getting taxed enough. So because we are not taxing the rich and because we are spending so much on the military, we don't have enough money to pay our bills. And the worst part about it with this war in Iran, our military is being proven to be inefficient, ineffective. Our warships have toilet problems. They're retreating. An F-35, one of the most expensive fighter jets, just got hit by these cheap drones that Iran has, and it didn't even do evasive maneuvers. It just got hit. It's supposed to be able to detect an incoming missile. Something's locked onto me. I'm supposed to move out of the way, whatever have you. It didn't even detect it. We've accidentally shot down our own planes out there because of bad communication. Our military is proving to be ineffective, inefficient, but we spend so much money on them. So logically speaking, if you were thinking like a business, truly, you would say, we need to cut our losses. We need to go ahead and reduce our military spending because clearly it's not going anywhere positive, and we need to tax the rich. But we won't. We're going to do some other stupid stuff. I hate to say it that way. We're probably going to take out other federal programs and stuff that aren't going to make up the bill. They will not make up the amount we need. We have to tax the rich appropriately. They do not need all that money sitting in a bank. They don't. They're making enough money to still be rich if we tax them appropriately, and we need to reduce our military spending. This is insane. Y'all have a good day.
Bitch, we're gonna work until we die. The American dream is absolutely DEAD, ho. That bitch died. That bitch is deceased. That bitch fucking funeral viewing was like 2 years ago. 8 years ago. 2008. When Obama was president. That shit just died. I miss Obama. I miss being a kid. Like, this is just gonna sound so but I did not realize that when I was a beautiful little young child, and I thought the world was peach and rainbows, that when it was gonna be my turn, I'm 27 years young, baby, about to be 28, that when it was gonna be my turn, it was gonna be ass for me. The economy was gonna be cheeks, and our little America is gonna be run by somebody who can't even put into words, ain't got nothing nice to say, not gonna say anything at all. And that if I wanted to have, this is the one that really pisses me off. I want to have kids, right? Maybe later, maybe when I'm like 31, 32. Not anymore. Not until this fool's out of office. Not until my kids can get vaccinated. Not until my future kids can go to school without there being like a shooting or something like that. Like, shit's cooked. My future that I thought I was gonna have as a child is literally cooked cheese fried. I'm about to make $19 an hour. Woo, new job with benefits. Really exciting. 19 isn't good enough. This shit's not gonna cut it. I'm still gonna be struggling as much as I was at my old job, making $17 an hour. Helping animals. Fucking anesthetizing pets. Doing x-rays on your pets. Doing blood draws on your pets. Being a veterinary assistant, veterinary technician. Hard work, $0. Zero. Zippo zilch. And then healthcare, excited about that. But then the American healthcare system's fucking ass cheeks. You're gonna be taking out so much money in my paycheck. Got my tax return, had to pay somebody a little bit off my tax return because they barely helped me doing my taxes. I'm just so confused. This is not what I thought was gonna happen when I grew up and really wanted to be an adult. Oh, I can't wait to be an adult. No!
this is the worst time to be unemployed too, like, girl. And now I'm just thinking about the money that I lost, the income that I lost. I'm broke as fuck. Rent too. Like, I'm like losing my mind now. 2 days I've been like chill, like whatever, like it is what it is. And now it's like, oh. I'm so screwed, y'all. I literally am.
It seemed like the landlords, the utility companies, and the streaming services is all jumping us at one time, and we is losing.
From listening to everyone, you can see how people are really very exhausted from everything. People are really deeply tired of this whole thing, the struggle. They're all physically tired, mentally, and the constant trying to adjust to everything because you're cutting back on every little thing that you're used to buying. Your whatever lifestyle you were used to, you're cutting back. Mostly, I feel like a lot of us are having to cut back on so many things, and that's just not sustainable over long term, because then at some point, if we're having to cut back on so many things that are our needs, and most of them, like, people are not even talking about wants right now, it's needs, our necessities. These are things that we need to survive. If we are having to cut back on those things, then eventually how far is it gonna go? Like, how much will people actually try to adjust? Because everyone is trying to make things work, and yet, life doesn't stop. Bills just keep going. It's high, it's increasing. Most people are even losing their incomes, and then people are not earning, they're not getting raises. So this is really, really bad. And you can see from the frustration of everyone. And that's why you even see a lot of videos where people be like, when they go and shop for groceries, it makes them feel like they're being irresponsible with their money. And that should never be the case. That should never be a feeling that someone feels when they have to just go and buy food that they need to eat. Like, we all need to eat to survive. So if a person feels like, oh, I'm going to shop for groceries, I'm buying food, and all of a sudden it feels that way, then that's how you know, like, how many signs do you need to know that things are really terrible? You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. If you want to listen to more relatable rant content, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.